Hi Beth, I'm trying to manifest joining a TV show, working hard. Oh, that sounds awesome. That sounds cool. Heck yeah, that sounds fun. I like that. I'm UK based, so I'll look out for it late night. Is it late there? I don't know what the time difference is.
Wow.
I cried a lot today. IDK had to keep going, to be honest. Look, I cried a lot myself in my journey. And I always take crying as a good thing because you're not suppressing your emotions, you're letting it out. So I take crying as a good thing. Release what you need to release, work through what you need to work through, and you keep going. Because in my experience, there wasn't, I don't know how to keep going. There's literally no other option. I don't have another choice. This is plan A, and there's literally no plan B, no plan C. There's no other plans. There's no other options. There's no room for failure. It's this or nothing. So I had to keep going. I literally did not have a choice. So, in my experience, that's why I kept going, because I literally did not have a backup plan. And that helped me to persist. Any tips for manifestation? I mean, really, the main thing is just keep your thoughts on the desired outcome. So think thoughts that align with whatever you desire. So if you're wanting to be wealthy, think thoughts that align with the version of yourself that is wealthy. So if you're trying to become wealthy, you don't want to be saying, I'm always broke, I never have enough money, my bills are always taking my money, I don't know how I'm going to afford this. You don't want to think thoughts like that. All I focus on is my thoughts. I don't worry about how I feel. I don't worry about, having to act like... I'm not going to act wealthy. I'm not going to go buying everything I see when I know I can't afford it, So, I just think as if I'm wealthy. I don't act like it. I don't feel like it. I just think like it. That's all I do. That's all I'm going to do. So, it's really that simple. Just think thoughts that align with that desire of yourself. Desired version of yourself. Hi, baby. Hi. You gonna say hi?
Why do I see her booty?
Leave her alone. Meow. Hey, you gonna say hi?
Hi.
No. Oh, she's damn. She's not even looking at the camera. What'd y'all do to her? She might want to look at y'all. Let's see. Hi, Beth. Hi, pretty. How are you? Because the deadline in the 3D is so close, and same, it's this or nothing. I've been there. My deadline had come and gone. It had passed. And I was stressed the fudge out. I was stressed. I was depressed. I was constantly having a knot in my stomach. But I said again, it's this or nothing. There's no room for failure. I don't care how I feel. I'm going to keep persisting. And like I've talked about, what helped me was recording my own affirmations and listening to them with my headphones in whenever I could. That way I knew, even if I didn't feel like it, I was drowning the old story. I was starving it, and I was feeding the new, even if it didn't really feel like it. I made you look. She's over my crap. I have a question. What's up? What about a specific person? Like how to manifest a specific person? So how I manifested a specific person is, if I was in this relationship, how would I be thinking? And that's literally what my inner conversations were during the day. Because I manifested one, and it took me 11 days. And literally, besides affirming specifically for that, my inner conversations, so my thoughts throughout the day were, I am so happy we're together. I'm so happy we got back together. Our relationship is amazing. this person is so sweet. He's so dedicated and committed to me now. He's better than ever. He's better than he's ever been. He came back fully conformed how I desired him to be. Whatever. Like, my thoughts were as if I already had this relationship. And I mean, if you've had a relationship, you know how you think. You know, you're pretty, even if you don't have to feel how it would feel, but when I would visualize, it would help me feel that. When you get into a new relationship, you feel excited, you feel giddy, you know, it's just that butterfly feeling, but you don't have to feel it. But what are the thoughts that you think with that? Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm with this person. Literally, like, this is a dream come true. I'm so happy. I can't believe it. You know, you're thinking shit like that.
You're purring.
Athena, you scared the shit out of her. Meow, meow. Hi, Sophia. How are you?
Hi, Sophia. How are you?
No, you looked evil. You looked evil. I'm going to have to go back and screenshot that. She looked evil. SP sung Mia Moore to me 5 times on the phone. He has never been like that before. I've been saying we are a couple like Morticia and Gomez. Oh, I love that. That's so sweet. That's so cute. She's all about me right now. Sorry, I lost my... Manifesting multiple things at once. But, like, I still like to focus on each of my desires and robotically affirm for each. Absolutely. I already robotically affirm every night. Everything I want wants me more. I like that. Okay, yeah, I like that too. Like, I also like to specifically affirm. Like, I would specifically affirm for my desire, and then I would say, everything always works out for me. Everything I desire is already mine. I always get everything I want. But everything always works out for me is probably still one of my favorite, just like, umbrella affirmations. I said that a lot during the eviction, that everything always works out for me. Everything always goes my way, however you want to word it. Everything always goes in my favor. But I really, really enjoyed that one. Hi, baby. You want to lay on my chest?
No.
You're so cute. Oh. She sneezed on me. My SP finally responded back, but I'd okay if I like his response. Don't know how to respond back. What should I do? Okay, so he did respond, but you're not really a fan of the response. You don't have to respond back if you don't want to. If you don't want to, you don't have to, like, force yourself to engage, to interact with this version. You can just revise the text message to, no, he told me this. He told, instead of seeing the message that he sent, tell yourself he sent you something else, like whatever you would prefer to hear instead. I totally missed it, but see it as movement. Ooh, did you say...
Hey, guys.
Wait, did you... I think it might have filtered another comment, Sophia. This happened after 2 weeks of silence. I definitely think it might have filtered your first comment. What are you doing?
There's a baby cat.
My SP sends me mixed signals. Third party involved. It's so confusing. Should I come out? Okay, so SP sending you mixed signals. Third party involved. It's so confusing. Should I come out? Personally, what I would do, you don't have to take my advice, but I'm going to give it to you. What I would do is I would affirm SP wants me and only me. SP desires me and only me. Again, however you want to word it. Whatever you like to say best. Whatever sounds best for you to say. But whatever indicates that this person is only interested in you. Interested in you and only you. Nobody else. Try not to acknowledge the third party. Me personally, if there is a 3P, they don't exist in my reality. I'm not going to put my awareness on them.
What are you
doing? No, do not scare her away. This kid, she keeps scaring the poor kitty away. But I'm not going to put my awareness on a 3P. I try not to put my awareness on the negative things. If you do, it's fine. It's not the end of the world. You can acknowledge it if you want to. You could be like, okay, yeah, this is what's happening. But just don't accept it as true. Don't accept it as, like, your final reality. You just keep going within your imagination, which is your thoughts, or maybe visualizing or scripting, whatever method people prefer. But you just keep telling yourself, no, there is no 3P. It's me and this person. It's only me and SP. We're together. They are fully committed to me and only me. That's exactly what I would do. And with the mixed signals, again, like, they're committed to me. They give me their full attention. Hi, Rosella. How are you? What are your tips for persisting when you feel like you want to end it all literally? Want to end it all literally? Like, in what do you mean? What sense? Like, are you talking about, like, I don't know how to word that on TikTok. I can only say certain things. Are you talking about, like, stop persisting in the new story, or, like, eliminate yourself? Because if that's the case, truly, I mean this in the nicest way, but I always recommend seeking professional help if that's the case. Because I am not a medical professional, and when it comes to stuff like that, I'm not going to tell you, oh, just affirm your way out of it. You know, I'm not going to say that. But, you know, call the hotline. Look up, you know, I think it's like 998 or something like that. I can't remember 100%. Don't, you know, you can look it up. Call a hotline. Do whatever you need to do to get that kind of assistance.
I'm gonna make a pool here.
It's the voice. Yeah, she's being.
Purple.
She's still kind of skittish. Love Morticia and Gomez. I do too. I finished Wednesday yesterday. I like that Morticia and Gomez. I think they're cute. Hi, user. How are you? My ex came back, but no one around me approves him coming back. Affirm they do. You could just assume they do. Everybody is approving and supportive of my SP, of our relationship. Can I manifest a new governor in Texas and a new U.S. president that respects gay people? I feel like it's closer than people think. Look, have y'all not heard that he's got, like, a few health issues? Like, I'm not, like, I don't care. Like, I'm not going to talk about the political views, but no, like, seriously, he does have some, he has, like, a venous, I don't know exactly what it's called, but congestive heart failure is what I've been saying. That's what I've been saying. But, I don't know. I just be watching that shit on TikTok. But I think it's, you know. But yeah, I think anything's possible. Hi, Jackie. How are you? What do I do? Stop. Leave this cat alone. Leave this cat alone. This poor baby. What do I... Okay, now there's a tail in my phone. What do I do about negative thoughts about the old version of him? Is it normal? They hurt me and I want them to go away. I feel like yeah, I feel like, well, at first they can be normal. At first, yeah, like at first for me they were normal. But then, like I said, I had to let go of the resentment. I had to let go of the past. I had to let go of that version of them that had hurt me. I had to move on from that version to be able to choose the version that I did want. Did you see the comment I reposted? I did not. Wait, I think it's a few comments down. Everything is unfolding perfectly and working out for me. I like that too, absolutely. Impossible circumstances, no such thing. Today I persisted and visualized for an hour, and halfway through the Rampage SP sent a work email. He said he knew I was crushing it. I will revise and add romantic things. I like that though. I like that. How do you feel about micromanaging every manifestation? Because I do that. So, like, micromanaging, so, like, are you constantly looking for proof? Are you constantly trying to figure out the when and the how? Has it worked for you? That would be my question. Like, is it working for you? Is micromanaging it working for you? Because my version of micromanaging is trying to force it to happen. You know, trying to happen a certain way by a certain date. You know, trying to figure out the how and the when. And, you know, constantly looking for proof. That's what I consider micromanaging. I keep getting anxious when talking to SB about what he's going to say. Like if I ask, okay, so you keep getting anxious when talking to SP about what he's going to say. Like if I ask him to see me. Okay, so you get anxious when talking to SP because you don't know what he's going to say. Like if you bring something up. Is that what you mean? Hi. Is it Lapis? I want to say it's Lapis. Hi. How to keep persisting when feeling down and desperate. I mean, like I said, I got the Parrot app. Any voice recording app will do. I recorded my affirmations and I put my headphones in as much as possible because I was so tired of affirming. Like,
I'm tired of desiring go on.
Of consciously affirming, and I felt like giving up, and I didn't feel like persisting anymore. So I decided to do that, and then anytime I felt like that, I would just put my headphones in, and it pretty much did the work for me. That's exactly what I did. I got 3 SPs, and they're all best friends. You know what? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. How do I let go of that version of them? Like I said, I had to work through it. I had to let go of resentment. I had to work through it. I had to realize that, he was simply reflecting me. And the thing is, when people are showing up a certain way, they're simply showing you what you need to change about yourself. So, if, maybe SP isn't very loving, maybe SP even says, I don't love you. You're probably feeling not very loved, and you need to start telling yourself, I am loved. So whatever is being reflected back to you by this SP, that is telling you what you need to work on. Hey, do I have to feel my affirmations as I robotically affirm? Nope, you don't have to feel them. You just have to say them. Yeah, that's why I picked them. Plus, he adores and worships Morticius. I know I have my own Gomez. I love Gomez. And look, I'm just like, I love the gothicness of it all, the aesthetic. Meow. Psst, 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 psst. Dang, why you side-eyeing me? Psst, psst, psst. She's ignoring the out of me. Hey, leave the cat alone. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, is that what micromanaging means? My bad, I thought micromanaging meant something else. I meant like trying to perfectly flip every thought with different manifestations. Mental diet? Are you talking about like maybe a mental diet? Trying to perfectly flip every thought? I take that of like a very strict mental diet. That's how I see that. Like a mental diet is where, you kind of flip your thoughts. You don't have to flip them. But you redirect and reaffirm. If you have a thought, you can acknowledge it. You can be aware of it. Obviously, you're aware of it. If you notice yourself having this thought, you're aware of it. But it all depends on how much are you giving your power to these negative thoughts? Are you letting these negative thoughts control you and tell you who you are, who you're being? Like, it really all comes down to when you get these thoughts. What are you doing with them? Are you letting them pass by like a freaking cloud in the sky going on about their day? Or like, are you dwelling in these negative thoughts and thinking too deeply into them and letting them affect you? That's when it becomes an issue. When we start dwelling in them and we start letting them control us and tell us who we are. Any negative thoughts, anytime if I get a negative thought, I pretty much just tell myself that's not my thought. That's not who I am. That's the old story. I don't live there anymore. And then, redirect and reaffirm. And then I'll reaffirm, hey, Athena, you promised you'd be quiet.
Yeah.
I am amazed that he was supposed to be on hiatus. I affirmed he would stay. He's come back to work 4 times. And today sent the email. I feel powerful. Oh, that's awesome.
Your name.
Thank you for suggesting the Parrot app. It does help a lot. Look, I love the Parrot app. I still use it sometimes. Because, whenever you feel Like, especially if you have rough days, and I obviously had a lot of rough days in the past, it helped me to be able to just have that in my ear. Even if I'm watching TV, have that shit in your ear. Turn it down low if you want to. It's still, you don't have to focus on the affirmations. Even if it's like you're listening to it on the Parrot app or any voice recording app. You don't have to focus on them. They're getting to your subconscious, even if you're not. Even if you're watching TV while you do it. Instead of focusing on SP, I'm focusing on myself and starting my winter arc. Ooh, nice. Nice. Did the negative thoughts about the old version of him ever fully go away? Yeah. I mean, I worked on self-concept. Like, I manifested him back, and then I noticed these negative thoughts coming back. And then that's when I worked on self-concept. So I didn't work on self-concept before manifesting him. So you don't have to have a good self-concept to manifest. But I manifested him back, and I noticed my thoughts going back to, is he going to cheat? Like, is this cycle just going to repeat? Are we going to break up again after a few weeks? Like, I noticed that shit coming back, and so I worked on self-concept. So self-concept does help too. Yeah, going to a goth party with SP this weekend, that sounds hella fun. Hell yeah. Why some people on TikTok say affirmations don't work, I don't understand. That's just a limiting belief. Affirmations are just thoughts. So when they're saying affirmations don't work, that literally makes no sense. Because affirmations are literally your thoughts that you're thinking. So I don't know why people say that they don't really understand what they're saying, I don't think. Mental diet, yeah. Yeah, you don't have to have a perfect mental diet. You can be as strict as you want to, as long as, you're able to, as long as you're not getting burnt out. But I know in some people's experiences, they would burn out quickly. And I was one of those people. Because trying to flip every negative thought, I became terrified of my negative thoughts. It felt like a full-time job, obviously, trying to flip every negative thought. So that's when I eventually learned I don't have to be scared of my thoughts. I don't have to flip every single one of them. It's not realistic to never have a negative thought. And it's the same with intrusive thoughts. We're probably never not going to have an intrusive thought, but that thought really isn't ours. It's not us thinking that thought. So you can acknowledge it, but just don't let it have power over you. You don't have to, when you get a negative thought, it's pretty much, I think of it as your ego. Okay? So I just tell it to go away. To go away. I'm not listening to it. It can, it can go shove it somewhere. I'm not going to say that on TikTok, but but yeah, you get what I'm saying. How do you feel about tarot readings about the manifestation? Tarot readings are pretty much, they just read your energy. It's just based on your energy. So, whatever your assumption is at that time, that's what they're going to tell you. That's why I don't, it could be a good ego boost if you're trying to check at where your mindset is at that moment, and then you get good news. Great ego boost. But if you hear something you don't like, then you're probably going to get triggered. You're probably going to spiral and think, but I thought I've been doing so well, and then they tell me this, and oh my gosh, I must be doing something wrong. And I don't even fuck with tarot readers. Yes, it could be a good ego boost, but if you end up hearing something you don't like, it tends to trigger people. Recently awakened, how do I know this is real? I feel crazy sometimes, back and forth. I mean, we've always done it. We've always been manifesting. I mean, I know it helps a lot of people to know that this is scientifically proven, and I always recommend Dr. Joe Dispenza, because sometimes people hear it's scientifically proven, but manifestation isn't logical. No, it's not, but still, it's still proven. It's still backed up by facts, by studies, and Joe Dispenza has done so much research, so many studies since the 1980s after his accident, and when he first found out about it, he started getting into it, doing all this shit about it. So, there is a lot of scientific facts out there about it. And he even has done brain scans. And it's really awesome to learn about and read about, because I feel like when people do see the scientific facts, it kind of helps them believe it somewhat a little bit better. You don't have to believe it, because you're still manifesting whether you do or not. It's not about believing it. It's just the law of assumption. It's just a universal law where you create your reality, and you're creating it with your thoughts, your assumptions. You're creating your reality with whatever you assume to be true. But you can absolutely test it out. I know at the beginning of my journey, I would test it out with small things. Maybe like finding a penny on the ground, or seeing a purple butterfly or a red car. I would test it out with small things that I didn't really care about seeing. And when we don't really care about seeing stuff like that, we get it pretty quickly. Like, I would usually always see the small stuff. There's no big and small in manifestation. Everything is as easy to manifest as everything else. But in our logical, human, egoistic minds, we put things into categories of big and small, but they're all equal. They're all equal. But you know what I'm saying. I would start with what I assume to be small stuff. I think in life, not everything is in our control. Never have dated a married man. I dated a guy who said he was single, never married, no kids. I'm manifesting marriage with him. Found out he's married with kids. Lied to me. Not everything in life is our control or manifesting. Sometimes life happens. You can absolutely think that. I'm not gonna say you're wrong, but I feel like that does kind of stem from a belief, in my opinion. That stems from a belief somewhere that maybe, you know, I'm always the second woman. I'm never chosen. All men are cheaters, you know, somewhere around there. Because people are simply mirroring us, and we are attracting people that we believe, that resonate with our beliefs in a way. Our subconscious finds ways to bring our beliefs into reality. So whatever you're believing around love and relationships, there's something going on in there that is making this come out into your reality. I did a lot of meditation and thought transmission today, and system regulation. Oh, that's good. Good. Meditation's good. And system regulation, absolutely. Would you recommend working on self-concept before or after you manifest him, or it's the same? I think it depends on you. Like, it only took me 11 days to manifest my SP. But at that time, my self-concept was good. I felt great. I was like, yeah, you know, he's going to come back as the version I want. Everything's going to be amazing. And then when we got back together and I was around him and interacting with him, like, yeah, he was amazing. But those fears started to come up again, and I was noticing it. So, like, it wasn't until I was actually, like, moved back in with him, and I guess the past started to come back up a little bit, and I was just, like, starting to get those fears back, and I was like, yeah, I need to work on this. So, I think it really depends on every person. I felt like I didn't really need to at that time. But I also didn't know what the fuck self-concept was at that time either. So, in my defense, I didn't know what it was at that time. But, yeah. I feel like if you think you're going to get this person back and lose them again, you probably need to work on it. You should probably go ahead and work on it. Will subliminals help me manifest version of SP I want? I could do some things, others more stubborn. Yeah. Yeah, you can. I like subliminals. But I can do some things, others more so. So, like, you're saying, like, some things are easy for you to manifest, but then other things are more stubborn, as in you think they're more difficult to manifest? If that's the case, just start, you know, you can also tell yourself, no, manifesting SP is so easy. It's so easy for me to manifest the perfect version of SP. And when my affirmations, I like theta waves. So yeah, you listen to the theta waves with your affirmations. Yeah, I like the theta waves. Or frequencies. Yes, baby.
Guess my tooth about to ready to come out.
I'm not pulling your tooth out.
and go to daddy's.
No, I tried to pull one of her teeth out. Like, she lost her bottom teeth probably at the beginning of the year. I don't remember. I tried pulling it out, and I'm like, I can't do this. I cannot do this. I just get the icky icks with teeth. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
You need to pull the side.
Low key, I do feel burnt out.
You need to pull the side.
If you have a very strict mental diet, it can feel exhausting, because it really is. If you're constantly trying to flip your negative thoughts, that's literally, it feels like a never-ending job. I know at the beginning of my journey, that's how it fucking felt. Because when I just started, I was like, all I was doing was trying to flip thoughts. No. And if a negative thought came in, I was like, oh my God, I can't be thinking this. I got to flip it. Exhausting. I was exhausted. If you have a negative thought, you don't got to panic. You ain't got to flip every negative thought. If you're in the new story, if you're affirming for the new story more than you're affirming for the old story, you're fine. And if you have a negative thought, you can absolutely let it pass. You could say, this isn't mine. This isn't who I am. I don't claim this to be true in my reality. And then, just redirect and reaffirm. And I feel like anytime I did that, it kind of helped it, because it felt like the more I would try to fight my thoughts away, the bigger and badder they would come back, like the big bad wolf, I guess, in a way. But yeah, so I ended up just trying, kind of like learning how to work with them and not give them power, not let my thoughts control me, not let my thoughts define me. But I'm going to keep persisting no matter what. Absolutely. Absolutely. But it's okay. Like, you ain't gotta flip every single negative thought. I promise. It's rare that my head hurts when I do affirmations. Is your head hurting when you're doing them now? I get a payback refund soon. I want to fast. Ooh, yay. Is it okay to believe a tarot if it came out good? Well, yeah, like I said, if it's good for the ego. So, yeah, absolutely. If it's good, 100%, you could believe it. Absolutely. But in cases you do get something that's not good, it's not set in stone. You don't have to believe what you don't want to believe. It's you. You can assume whatever you want to assume, no matter what a tarot reader says.
I'm running out of time.
All right, where was I? What happens if you get the opposite if you never thought of it happening? I never really thought of the opposite happening at the beginning of my journey either. With my ex. What? No. Did I get the opposite with him? I can't, yeah. Because I'd got that contact, right, with my SP. He contacted me. We talked all night, like I've talked about before. And then he kind of ghosted for 3 days. That was the opposite I wanted. Like, I got what I wanted. I got the text message. But I was still manifesting the full relationship. And then he ghosted me for 3 days. I never once thought of that happening. I didn't. But it did happen. But it's how you respond to it that matters. Okay? That's what matters. So when you do get the opposite, don't perceive it as it's not working. Oh, when this happened, I didn't take it as, oh, that means he doesn't care about me. He doesn't love me. He doesn't actually want to be with me. I guess it didn't work after all. I took it as he's taking this time to kind of realize that this is what he wants. And he's just he's processing things at this time. And I took it as it's still working. He's still mine. We're still together. We're still going to be together. And I still kept persisting. And then, like, the third day, everything worked out. Everything was fine. But when you get the opposite, keep going. Keep persisting. And don't perceive it as it's not working. Perceive it as it's working. I'm getting everything I want. I just need to keep going. Because that's exactly what I did. But I never thought of that happening. I never thought of the opposite happening. For example, when they come back and you think they stay, but they... Wait, what'd you say? Oh.
Nothing.
For example, when they come back and you think they stay, but then they leave again. Now, that could be just kind of like an assumption, a belief you have. Because I also experienced that. Me and my ex were on and off. We were in a very unhealthy, toxic relationship. On and off. Constantly. We would be together for about a month, break up. And it was a cycle. It's what I was expecting, subconsciously. And even kind of consciously sometimes. But it's a belief I had created that this relationship was just going to constantly be back and forth.
I'm going to eat some chips.
Girl, no. That it was never going to be a stable, healthy relationship. So I had to change that. Can I manifest him back if he left me for his ex? Yeah, that don't matter. What if you're trying to... Yeah, you can. Physical appearance changes. Yeah. True, but how did I manifest marriage with him thinking he was single? So clearly my manifestation didn't work. The subconscious... No, there's string cheese. I got you some more string cheese if you want string cheese. But our subconscious, even it's in the drawer with the cheese, bruh. It's in a pack. I'll probably have to open it. But sorry, she wants some string cheese. Can you get it? You can't see the string cheese?
No, because it's right there.
You might have to just take some stuff out of the drawer and then find the string cheese. She'll get there. She's tired, so she's getting cranky. Don't tell her I said that.
Oh, I found the popcorn stand.
But, what was I saying? It's not that your manifestation doesn't work. The subconscious holds all of our thoughts, our assumptions, our beliefs. It knows our past. It knows who we are, who we identify as at any given moment. It knows all, okay? There is no hiding from your subconscious mind. So if you have a subconscious belief, so it might be like, somebody might be manifesting, I make $1,000 a day, but they have a subconscious belief that money is hard to come by. It is so hard for them to manifest money. And this happens a lot with SPs. They're manifesting SPs. But then they're still subconsciously thinking, this is so hard for me. It's so hard for me to choose this different version. Because you keep telling yourself it's so hard for you. Okay? But we do have subconscious beliefs. So, like, you don't have to necessarily think that... So, when I was in a relationship in the past... I didn't necessarily think, oh, this one single person's going to cheat on me. It was as a collective that men never stayed. Men always abandoned me. Men always chose other women over me. You know, it might not have just been a thought I was thinking about this person individually, but a belief I had around relationships and love and men in general. Does that make sense? You may not have been thinking a specific thought about something, but you have some kind of belief around it. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Is one self-concept affirmation enough in the recipe for SP? Yeah. Look, like I always say, I am always loved, chosen, and prioritized. Amazing. Perfection. Are you okay?
Yeah. I just got all of them in.
She hit her head on the fridge.
No, that's in.
Oh, I'm sorry. She did. Hi, Bella. How are you? Can I have too many affirmations? I think it really depends on you. It's really your assumption about it. You can have as many as you want, but if you catch yourself thinking, this feels like it's too much, I don't think it's working because I have too many, you know, I would probably cut them down a little bit. But it's really all about you and your assumption about it. How often should we visualize? You can visualize whenever you want. Like, it doesn't have to be a certain amount a day. But I would do it at least once a day. Like, if you notice yourself feeling kind of down and out and not doing so great mentally, Visualize. Try to help yourself get back into that state the best you can.
So that's why I'm
So if you just kind of notice yourself getting out of the state, you can visualize. It is easy. He always comes back to me. Ooh.
Say hello. And say hello.
Sorry.
What you doing?
I just got invited. I don't know what people do that.
Ooh, yummy.
He always comes back to me now for him to say, absolutely. That's the belief we want to create and we want to keep. Girl, wait. Just keep wiggling it. Don't tell her that. She's just, I love this kid, but she be, sometimes she's so independent, sometimes she's so, is it dependent? Sometimes she's so dependent or independent. And then there's other times she's like, no, I need you to do this for me. Other times she's very dependent. And I'm like, will you make up your mind on who you want to be right now, today, in general, ever? Like,
See the meat.
God. I'm pretty sure there's minors in this chat, y'all. So let's not talk about what we're talking about. Thanks. I had a crash out today thinking nothing will work and I cried my eyes out. But now I'm back on my track, but I feel numb, neutral. Is it okay? Yeah, look, I crashed out before and got my shit an hour later. Yeah. The important thing is that you got back on track, that you returned to that story that you want. Absolutely. I want a hog. I'm too young for this fucking conversation. What the fuck? Tarot is just reflecting your thoughts. Absolutely it is. Do you think affirming 10K times will help? It's not about how many times you affirm. I affirm until I get my shit. I don't care how many times it is. I do it until I get it. And I guarantee you, I was affirming probably way more than 10K times. Probably not a day, but definitely a week. I mean, because I was having my headphones in as much as possible for those 2 months. So I probably affirmed more than I could fucking tell you. Hi, Potatoes. How are you doing? I'm good. I want him to chase me. So should I not text him first just because I miss him and want to hear back from him? I mean, how long? You've been in my lives for a while. Okay? So, and you still haven't got this person back. Right? Because it's been at least a month since, maybe longer. Which isn't awful, but if you're consistent and persisting with it and, sticking to the new story, it shouldn't be taking, months. So, you tell me. You let him chase you, you stop chasing. Because how has it been working for you so far? And I don't mean that in a mean way. I'm being serious. How do you think what you've been doing so far has been working for you? When I start my winter arc self-concept and not focus on SP, will my SP come back with all of it? I feel like when you do work on self-concept, your SP tends to come back anyways. Because they reflect you anyway. So when you start working on self-concept, they're going to start reflecting that back to you. So yes. I didn't see SP all day today, but I'm just going to assume it's the 3D forming around the new story. Abso-fucking-lutely. You don't even know what that is. But yeah, that's what I would do. Everything is unfolding perfectly. Sorry I missed your answer. Then do you know how can I manifest someone who is married and didn't own? So when it comes to stuff like that, we have subconscious beliefs. So in my experience with my exes, I didn't just have thoughts about this one ex cheating on me in particular, but I had a belief that all men leave me, all men find somebody better, all men cheat, all men want one thing. I had certain beliefs around men and relationships in general, and that reflected back. that men are cheaters, men are pieces of craps. That reflected back. Even though I didn't specifically have a thought about this one specific person cheating or being some type of way, I still had a subconscious belief around it in general. Okay? So even if you don't have a specific thought about something, you could have a belief around it, involving it, and then that can reflect into your reality. Though I did unconsciously manifest all the girls in my first period to start asking me about a GF. Ooh. Hell yeah, potatoes. You're doing pretty good. What should I do when I feel the urge to check SP socials like his following? Anytime I felt like doing that, I would go within. I would visualize or I would affirm. I would visualize us together, or I would affirm, hey, Jax, get down. Get down.
Quiet.
My spray bottle's in my bedroom because he be getting on my bookshelf. Get down. I swear, just like a child. But yeah, I would visualize or affirm. Me and SP are together. SP can't stop thinking about me. SP loves me so much. SP misses me just as much as I miss him. The more I think about SP, the more SP thinks about me. The more I miss him, the more they miss me. I want to believe that it isn't hard to change my SP's behavior, but so far I haven't seen it, even though I've affirmed. Let me read that one more time. I want to believe that it isn't hard to change my SP's behavior, but so far I haven't seen it, even though I've affirmed. She didn't even talk to me much today because she was so busy, but so far I haven't seen her chase me yet instead of me doing it. What's that called? Anybody know what that's called? Looking to the 3D for validation? That's not what we're supposed to do, guys. We're not supposed to look to the 3D for validation. That's not what we do. No, we tell ourselves we already have it. It's already ours. It's already done. Even if we don't feel like, it is. That's okay. You don't got to believe your affirmations. But anytime you're like, I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen any movement. It feels like nothing's working. It's already mine. I already have it. It's already done. There's always movement behind the scenes, even if you can't see it. I was going to say you don't know what SP is thinking, but you do. You do. Because they're thinking whatever you want them to fucking think. So, whatever, thought transmission. What do you want them to think? It's up to you what they think. It's all up to you because they simply are a mirror and they reflect you. Hold on, sorry, I lost my spot. I haven't been exaggerating myself with the new story today. I'm even doing the telephone method. I like the telephone. I haven't done the telephone method personally, but I feel like it's good for people who can't visualize, but like maybe they want to do something besides maybe just affirming. But like, yeah, I feel like that is a nice substitute for visualization. Just pretending to talk on the phone. I need to stick to affirming. I like affirming. Look, I'm telling y'all. Get the app, any recording app. Record your shit, put your headphones in. Lock the fuck in with that. It's exactly what I did. I affirmed 10K for four things. Okay, I affirmed 10K for four things. The thing I affirmed for only 1,200 for something and got it quick. Oh, that's amazing. Congratulations. When you don't give a fuck about the 3D and go back to affirming naturally like you're actually unbothered, does that mean you're good? Yeah, that means like you've detached naturally. So, and when I say detach, you've kind of detached from the outcome. You've detached from the when and the how. And you just know it's yours, kind of. So yeah, my manifestations don't work because you're literally affirming that it's not working, that it doesn't work. You're affirming it right now. SP don't come back. He don't love me. Again, you're affirming that. You're affirming that. That's an affirmation.
Okay.
I saw something on his story that kind of bothered me, but I didn't overreact. I saw something on his story that kind of bothered me, but I didn't overreact. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. It made my mind wander, but I stopped it instantly. Okay, that's cool. You can absolutely look at SP social media if, like, you know, you could do whatever the fuck you want to anyway. It's your reality. I can't stop you. But, like, if you do look at it and you do find yourself getting triggered, absolutely amazing that you're able to not overreact and stop that shit. Amazing. 100%. Absolutely. Good job. I also have the problem where I stop affirming once SP comes back. But, like, once you do stop affirming, do your old negative thoughts start coming back up of, you know, the fears of the relationship? Like, does that shit start coming back up? Because if so, you still got stuff to work on. Because that's what happened to me. I manifested him back because I was perfect before. I was Gucci. I was golden. I was on a roll. But then once we got back together and I moved back in, that's when my fears started coming back up of, oh my God, what if he cheats on me again? Because I've done moved back in. I moved my whole freaking life out of the apartment I had just moved into and moved back in with this fucker after he's done kicked me and my child out before, which was also his child. It was our child. But, like, so the fears started coming in because I was like, what if he starts doing it? Yes, baby, you. But I was like, what if he does it again? Like, what if I literally just moved out of my apartment to move in with him? Like, if he does this again. So, yeah, I had to work on that because I could.
My daddy cheat on you? To Aubrey?
Shh. I gotta stop. And she's like, my daddy cheat on you? Nah, that's funny. That's funny. It's okay. No shit. She don't know what that means. She don't know what that means. She don't know what the fuck that means. Tarot told me he won't come back. It don't matter what Tarot says. It don't matter what Tarot says. It's not set in stone. They're just reading your energy. I need to pop my neck.
Do what?
It won't pop. I need somebody to step on my back and my neck. What app do you use for affirmation tapes and how do you record them?
I won't do that.
You're not going to step on my back? Will you step on my back? Not yet. Not yet. After. She's about 50, 60 pounds. I'm sure she can do. But I have an iPhone, so I have the Parrot app. The Parrot app. But any free self-recording app will work. And then you just, like, record it. And I literally just say, like, I am wealthy. I am wealthy. I am wealthy. I am wealthy. For, like, 30 seconds. And then I stop recording. And then the Parrot app, it just automatically loops it over and over until I push stop. But, you know, you can record it however you like. If you want it, like, robotically. If you want it more like, I am so fucking wealthy. I always get everything I want. You know, you can record it however you want to record it. Whatever affirmations you want. Whatever tone.
You need to pop your back now.
No, when I get off, I'll let you step on my back, okay? You were way too excited for that.
Yeah.
Wait, she's like, yeah. Yeah. That's funny. How do you feel about the Whisper Method? So, I did the Whisper Method to manifest my SP in 11 days. That's my first conscious manifestation. That's the method I did to manifest him. And I do actually, it's the third pinned video on my profile on how I did it. But my first conscious manifestation, I learned about, well, this was the first time ever hearing about manifestation in general. This was like 4 years ago. I saw the Hot High Priestess post about the Whisper Method, and it was like, do this and get your SP back fast. And I was like, okay, cool. I got him back in 11 fucking days. 11 days. It worked great for me. Great, fantastic. 10 out of 10. But remember, it's not the method that manifests, it's you. You give the power to the method. So it doesn't matter what method you use. I think it really helps on whatever method you assume is going to work best for you. What's the telephone method? So it's kind of like you can pretend to be on a phone like this, or you can actually have your phone to your ear. Let me use my vape. Like, hello, you know, and I'm going to be like, girl, I just got 10K today. I am so wealthy. I got bank. We going to the club tonight, like whatever. You just pretend to talk to somebody. Whether it's like a close friend, a family member, I would personally do it with somebody that I usually do talk to and have conversations with like that. So like a friend or a family member. And I would talk to them about me having my manifestation. So if it's money, girl, I got the check, the money came in. Or if it's the relationship, yeah, my SP came crawling back. And, he said all my affirmations back to me. Like, whatever. However you want to do it. But yeah, you just talk to somebody. Pretend to talk to somebody. As if you already got your shit. Because your subconscious does not know the difference between real and imaginary. So your subconscious is going to think that that's a real fucking phone call and that this has really happened. And if you do it enough, and it's going to happen. I haven't wavered all day as well. I've been doing good on persisting. That's amazing. I'm so proud of you. Is it okay when your affirmations start to mumble in your head when repeating a lot? Mine do that, especially when I get tired. And if I am listening to them on my app, they just sound like gibberish. And I'm like, and then I'm trying to decipher what it even says. And I'm like, yeah. So I think, yeah, that happens a lot. But it's okay. Your subconscious still understands. I'm going to work on my self-concept more once we get together. Absolutely. You don't have to work on it before you to manifest him, but I do recommend it if you want to keep that relationship. How can I manifest $10,000? When I did it, I literally said, I have $10K. I have $10,000. I have $10,000. I have $10,000. That was literally my affirmation. And I ended up getting it in 3 or 4 different ways. It came from 3 or 4 different places. But that's exactly how I did it. Do not worry about the how. Do not worry about the when. And you're Gucci. Sometimes I revise after wavering. Does it help? Ooh, I would think so. Absolutely. 100%. I never thought about that. Hell yeah. Did you have signs when you were manifesting for the eviction, like angel numbers or whatever? I see angel numbers every day. I'm always seeing angel numbers. But whenever I see angel numbers, I don't take it as, ooh, yeah, it's on its way. I take it as, thank you, spirit guides, universe, higher self. It's mine. It's done. I already have it. Thank you for the reminder that it's done. Or, I also take it as I'm on the right track and to keep doing what I'm doing, to keep going.
Can I sleep in your bed?
Yes, baby. But I try not to, take it as... you can take it as it's happening, it's unfolding. Absolutely, you can. I just don't want you guys to start focusing solely on angel signs or any signs. You don't need to focus, because at the beginning of my journey, that's what I did. I kept focusing and trying to force myself. I would be looking at the tags of cars to see, ooh, is that an angel number? Is that an angel number? What time is it? Is it an angel number? Don't do that shit. Don't be looking at the clock and being like, is it 222 yet? Is it 222 yet? Don't do that shit, obviously. But if you naturally see it, absolutely. Absolutely. And men too, just in case. Your kid, I love her. Mine does the same. She's something else. She's something else. That happens to me so much back of... Dang, kitties, what y'all doing over there?
They're Puppy and Jack.
They're playing with the box. That happens to me so much back and forth because I stop affirming when it's good, and then it's my mind looks for issues when stuff is good, I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. Yeah, I feel that I've experienced that too. I would get breadcrumbs on my manifestation, and I would take that and be like, all right, I'm good, I'm Gucci, I can stop doing what I'm doing. No. I don't stop now until I get the whole freaking cake. I'm not going to stop at breadcrumbs anymore until I know, it's fully mine. I notice that sometimes when I'm affirming, I start questioning if I want my manifestation. Okay. I did that with my SP at the beginning, because I was like, do I want him? Because I love him, but he also treated me like garbage. So I don't really... Athena, go to your room.
I don't want to.
I'm not talking about your daddy.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, I'm talking about somebody else.
Oh.
Oh.
I thought you were
I'm talking about her daddy. But
You're talking about
no, I'm not.
You're talking about my poopy.
You need to go to your room. But like
Naturally, I don't want to.
yeah. What was I saying? But yeah, like I wanted him, I did, but at the same time I was like, but I've experienced all this hurt and pain. So like I had to work through the resentment with that when it came to an SP. Sorry, lost my comments. Oh, I gotta do a puzzle piece. Oh, that was ooh. There we go. Got it. How many times did you do the whisper method before it happened?
No.
I was doing it for 11 days. So
I did it 400.
I probably did it like 3 to 5 times a day.
Huh?
I'm not saying you have to do it like this. This is just how I did it. I wasn't working at that time. I had just moved into my place. I just left a job and was currently searching for a new one. So like I was unemployed at that time, which is good because I actually ended up moving from one town to another and getting a job after I moved back in with SP. So it worked out perfectly, as it does. But so like I didn't have anything to do during the day. I had like a 2-year-old to take care of, and that was it.
I'm 5 years old.
Yeah, you're 6 now, I know. But like,
I'm like 50.
I did it whenever I felt. For one, I enjoyed doing it because it made me feel better, and it really did help me get into the state. Like, I loved doing it, and I would do it for like 10 or 20 minutes at a time. I would lay down, get comfortable in bed, and just visualize for like 10 or 20 minutes. You could even do 5 minutes, like 3 times a day, 5 to 10 minutes if you wanted to. In the morning and at night at least. But I definitely, if I noticed my mind going to, but what if it doesn't work? Like, what if this isn't real? Nope, I'd go do the fucking whisper method again. Get back into the state. I was going to do the whisper method, but this one creator said it wasn't a good method. Which one? Was it Katie? Was it Katie? Manifest with Katie or love coach Katie? I see her talking shit about. I love the whisper method. Look, it doesn't matter what method you use. But other people look, people say that affirming doesn't work. That affirming isn't a good method. And affirming is literally just thinking thoughts. Like how are you going to say affirming doesn't work when we're affirming anyways? So if people say that a certain method doesn't work, it just didn't work for them because they had that assumption that it wouldn't. But yeah, I've been repeating that my SP will confess to me today for 2 days and I feel so saturated. Yay! Keep doing it. Time is fluid, guys. It really doesn't matter. Absolutely not. Don't worry about time. Hey, so is it okay for me to say, I know that we get back together instead of we already... Yeah. Because saying like that doesn't feel natural. Yeah, so with my SP, with the whisper method, the affirmations I whispered into his ear were, you can't stop thinking about me. You will contact me. So I used future tense because I had less resistance to it. It felt more natural for me to say SP will contact me instead of SP did contact me. That's what felt best to me. So yeah, you can use future tense. When I see signs, I'll say, thank you, universe, for the sign, but I know my manifestation's here. Absolutely. 100%. That's what I like to do. How do I manifest a version of him that I want and not the way he used to be? You stop. You got to let go of the old story. You have, like, you don't have to forget about it, but you have, like, obviously, I never really truly forgot about it, but I stopped identifying him as that version that he was in the past. And I realized that I had chose that version in the first place. And that now I can choose the version that I do want. You know. So that helped me. You don't need signs. You changing is a sign when you are different. Absolutely. You have to change first to see changes in the 3D. And that's the thing. You're not going to see results or any changes in the 3D until you change yourself. What about manifesting specifics like changing SP's characteristics? Is it possible? Yeah, absolutely. You can do that. 100%. I know you've asked me to stop looking at SP's location. I realize I feel connected to him this way. That's okay. I mean, hold on, sorry. Everything scrolled up. Let me find it because I know you said something else. To him this way. I don't know how to work through the resentment. What does that look like? He's at an apartment right now, but I'm staying strong and also honoring my negative thoughts too. So what it looked like for me was, it started when I was like, I want to manifest him back. I decided that's what I wanted. But then when I would start affirming for it, SP loves me. SP's going to contact me. SP can't stop thinking about me. You know, I would start thinking, but do I really want him? Because, like, he did me dirty. Do I really want him? And I was back and forth for a minute with that. And then, you know, finding out about Everyone Is You Pushed Out, it was like, so I chose this version, and he had to play this role that I scripted for him. He had no other choice. He's simply mirroring me. People are mirrors of us. They are showing us what we need to change about ourselves. So he was simply showing me what I thought about myself. That I wasn't loved, that I wasn't chosen, that I wasn't cared for. You know, fear of rejection, fear of abandonment. You know, all these assumptions around love and men and relationships. Just the whole shebang, you know. Whatever. You ain't got to figure out all of them. It's not realistic, so don't worry about that. But the main ones was everything kind of stemmed from I never felt loved or wanted or chosen, stemming from childhood. That I never felt good enough, loved, wanted, chosen. That's the basics of what everything stemmed from, those three things. So that was my self-concept affirmation, and that fixed pretty much all the fucking shit. Because once I started feeling loved, chosen, wanted, prioritized, whatever, I was able to feel better about men and relationships and love in general, and not feel, you know, so much hatred towards myself. And, you know, at the end of the day, I thought I hated SP, but in reality, I actually hated myself. And then, yeah. So, like I've said before, I was my biggest bully. I was my biggest hater. Nobody could hurt me like I could hurt me. And that's why I had to work on myself, because, like, why do you need other people to hurt you when you're your biggest enemy? So, that's what helped me, was working on self-concept. And just, I am loved, chosen, and prioritized. I mean, that one simple affirmation helped me a shit ton. So, I feel like even kind of just realizing that I am worthy and deserving of it. I've always been worthy and deserving. That's not a doubt. Everybody is worthy and deserving of a good, healthy, loving relationship, a good, healthy, loving life. But then you need to start identifying as that version, and repetition helped me do that. So I feel like if you know, I also did start seeing myself as worthy and deserving. And I forgave myself for choosing a version that I thought I deserved. I thought I attracted the love I thought I deserved. I didn't think I deserved a good, healthy relationship. And it fucking showed. So a lot of it did kind of come from the worthiness and deservingness. Forgiving myself helped me so much. Forgiving myself for choosing versions of people that would, you know, treat me the way that they did. And that helped me to forgive this person. But it all started with me. The forgiveness started with me. The forgiving the resentment, getting over the resentment, it all started with self. Okay? You have to change self, and then you'll see things reflected back to you. So forgive yourself. Work through what you need to work through. And like I did how to work, be like, why do I feel this way? Like I would push people away and I didn't know why. And I was like, why do I always fucking push people away? because I had a fear of abandonment, because I always thought they would leave me first, and it hurt less when I would push them away before they could leave me. So that's why I would push people away. So, working through some of that, and like I said, it took like 2 days to kind of work through this shit. And it's not something you have to do. It's not. But if you feel like you have resentment, it's a good place to start. I'm not saying you have to heal to manifest. Absolutely not. But in my experience, I had to get over this resentment, because I could not persist in the new story until I forgave myself and forgave this version of SP, so that way I could start seeing him as the version I wanted. And, that's how I did it. I started with self, and then the rest followed.
I wanted to shoot that person because they killed me like 2 times.
Is that a cat? That's a cat. Sorry. It's a kitty. Oh, there's a kitty.
No, they're not.
I'll show you later, Athena.
Let me see it.
No, I'm still on live. They hear everything but commands. No, you can command it. You just got to keep commanding it until it happens. Keep going with it. What about... Oh, wait. Are we talking about kids? What? Kids or SPs? Both. Why not both? What about manifesting multiple things like SP, money, self-concept all at once? Is it better to focus on one at a time? You can use umbrella affirmations. So everything I desire is already mine. I always get what I want. Everything works out for me. Everything I desires me more. You can also just affirm. You can have like 1 to 3 affirmations for each subject. Whatever feels best for you. So you could do 1 for each subject. You could do 1 for SP, 1 for money, 1 for self-concept. And just repeat those 3 affirmations over and over. 1 about each subject. How long did it take you to work through the resentment? Oh, I just read that. Like 2 days. 2 days. But I was working on it hard. And it wasn't difficult. I promise. Like, it wasn't because it was difficult. It's just because, like, it was uncomfortable because I guess I didn't want to admit that I had these issues. I didn't want to take accountability because, like, I was a crazy bitch. I tried to hit him with my car. He put me in jail. Obviously, I had some kind of issues going on, right? Like, come on now. He deserved it. Don't get me wrong. But, like, obviously I had something go. I was very crazy in relationships. And everything stemmed from childhood. For one, growing up in a toxic environment itself as a child really fucks with you. And, like, I'm sure there are plenty of people that have experienced this. This can affect how you see love and relationships in general, because you grow up seeing love being displayed a certain way, and then we grow up thinking love has to be hard, toxic, unhealthy, maybe even abusive in ways. So, like, having to take accountability for that, and, like, obviously, growing up in that was not my fault at all. Growing up in a childhood, like, obviously, we're fucking children. So, like, not my fucking fault. But I was 22 when I tried to hit him with my car. I was an adult. It was time to fucking take some accountability. And I needed to change because I was pregnant. I had a child after that. So, like, yeah, I needed something to change because I didn't want my child to grow up thinking that love was supposed to be that way. So, I decided to change for my child. That's truly what made me change, was a child. So, everybody has different reasons for why they heal or change, become a better person, and mine was a kid. But, like, yeah, I didn't want my kid growing up in a household thinking that's what love was, So I decided to, reflect on the past of why I was the way I was. And I didn't do shadow work. I mean, it's pretty simple shit. I knew why I was the way I was. I have memories. Like, it's not like I dug deep or anything. I'm just like, yeah, I'm fucked up because of my parents, Pretty simple. But yeah. And then I was like, and obviously this is reflecting in my relationships. And it was. Every single relationship I had was toxic. I had to stop identifying as a victim. And I was definitely in victim mentality with relationships and love, thinking that I'll never find the love I think I want. I'll only find shitty relationships that I think I deserve, but I'll never find my Prince Charming. Whatever. I had to stop identifying with that victim bullshit. I had to stop it. I had to cut that shit out, okay? You gotta cut it out. Quit it. It ain't gotta be cold turkey, progress over perfection, but you got, take steps, day by day, moment by moment. But the thing is that you are working towards it as much as you can. As much as you can. So, like, mine, it took me, like, a day or two to kind of figure out what was up. And with everyone as you pushed out, again, I'm going to say this again. People simply reflect you. They are a mirror. And they are showing you who you believe you are, what you believe to be true. And they are showing you what you need to work on and change about yourself. So with SPs, all SPs, showing up this certain way of leaving me, abandoning me, I needed to change that abandonment assumption that everybody always leaves me. I'm not loved, wanted, chosen, bullshit, all that shit. But really, just that one self-concept, I am loved, chosen, and prioritized, amazing. Chef's kiss. Truly. Amazing. I recommend that self-concept affirmation over everything. I do. That really did resolve. Like, I'm not perfect. I still obviously have trauma. I haven't healed from my childhood. I haven't. But I have healed the relationship part of it. Thinking that I only deserve shitty-ass relationships because of my childhood. Like, I did heal. Like, I changed some of it. But for one, that shows you don't have to be healed to manifest. Because, like, I got some trauma. But I still manifest. Like, it doesn't matter. But, you ain't got to heal if you don't want to. It's just a choice I decided to make around relationships and love for myself. Because I wanted to start having healthy relationships. I wanted to start experiencing other things besides pain and breakups and heartbreak. And, nobody wants to fucking experience that. Nobody does. It's just, we've been programmed from birth. We are programmed from the day we are fucking born to, from our parents' beliefs. Our parents' beliefs are passed down to us, and that shit sucks. Or whoever we're raised by. Not always parents. Whoever raises us. They create who we are. Ages 0 to 7, your mind is like a fucking sponge, soaking up everything. So, if you're raised in a really bad household, you might not have the best adult life because you're raised a certain way and you think life has to be hard. Money has to be hard to come by. Love has to be, difficult and hard, It really depends. I blame my parents. No, I'm kidding. I do. I don't. But truly, though, everything stems from childhood. But when we become adults, we still have to it's not our fault. But we do have to take the accountability and decide to change. Even though, we're healing something we didn't fucking break in the first place. But we still have to take that accountability and do what we can. That way we're not going around trying to hit people with our cars. So, yeah. I want to manifest moving in together by Christmas. Oh, girl, you got time? Shit, it's only September. It is September. You could have it by next week. The fuck? I affirmed so much today. He's texting me today, and now it's like I can't shake the feeling off. He's texting me today. Okay. That is that a good feeling though? It's a good feeling, right? I feel like it's a good feeling. I like saturating my mind. Sometimes when I'm down, god dang, there's 70 new messages. What are y'all typing down there? Lordy. Anyways, sometimes when I'm down, I affirm I'm worthy of my desire. It makes me feel a little bit better. Absolutely, yes. I am worthy and deserving of everything I desire. It is. I like to say it is safe for me to have my desire too. Like, especially for the nervous system regulation people who like to regulate, it is safe for me to have this. It is normal for me to have this. I've been feeling a little mad with my situation with SP today because I've just been thinking I'm chasing. Just start telling yourself, I don't chase, I attract. Oh shit, what's the rest of it? I don't chase, I attract. Everything I desire desires me more. Something like that. I want to say that's what it is. Say something like that. But, anytime you feel that way, I don't chase, I attract. Everything it's... Fuck. But I have an affirmation like that in my affirmation notes. It's probably in the Discord, because I put all the SP affirmations in that bitch. But I don't chase, I attract. That'll help. It was get back. Yeah, okay. It was get your ex back with Katie. Yeah, I saw her say that too. And I was thinking, but it worked fine for me. But she said something about it's because you're manipulating them to be with you. And I'm like, how? That's not manipulating. You're not manipulating anybody to be with you. They reflect you. Manipulating them is texting them 1,000 times saying, I love you, I miss you, please be with me, I can't live without you. Like, changing your thoughts isn't fucking manipulating. It's manifestation. It's a universal law. It's a normal human thing that we do, just like breathing air. Like, I wanted to say something on that post, but I didn't, because I don't really like posting on other people's things. I don't want to interact with their limiting beliefs, but that's definitely a fucking limiting belief. Whisper method is thought transmission and affirming. Yep, that's all it is. It is literally just thought transmission. Yeah. So I don't see it as manipulation at all. You're literally just fucking affirming in their ear. Like, yeah, but it worked so well for me. Like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I got my shit in 11 days and I come with receipts in my Discord. Like, I literally put the fucking text messages in there. The day I started and the day I found the video and then the day I received the text message. I literally have proof of that shit working in 11 days. I'm going to revise my genetics anyway. Absolutely. Look, Joe Dispenza, it's scientifically proven you can. Hi, Millie. How are you? So my physical appearance is going to have to change. Because you said so. Yes, it is. I'm probably going to change my grandpa's from my mom's side genetics. Abso-fucking-lutely. Make it more potent. Hell yeah, potatoes. I feel like giving up again. I won't. I just feel helpless. Why do you feel helpless, though? Oh my gosh, it scrolled me all the way down to the bottom. Ooh. Hold on. What do I mean by changing self? So, your thoughts. Pretty much, it's changing our identity. But we change our identity by changing our thoughts. Or at least that's the way I do it. Other coaches might say it differently. I don't know. But when I change self, the first thing I do is change my thoughts. So if I'm thinking, I'm so unworthy, I'm not deserving, I'm going to change it to no, I am deserving. I am worthy. I'm going to flip that shit. And I'm going to affirm for what I actually want to experience. So if you think you're not loved, stop telling yourself, nobody loves me, nobody wants me. I am loved. I'm amazing. I'm perfect. I'm beautiful. I'm fantastic. Everybody loves me. Everybody wants to be around me. My energy is addictive. I am magnetic. Start hyping yourself up, and doing it in the mirror is amazing. Mirror work is top notch, I'm telling you. And yes, it might feel fake at first because you don't believe it. You know, if you have a belief about something and you're affirming the opposite, obviously you don't believe what you're affirming for, and that's okay. You don't have to. But it can feel fake. It can feel stupid, silly. That's okay. That's normal. The repetition normalizes it. The repetition gets you familiar with this affirmation, and you shift into this identity with the repetition. And eventually it just becomes who you are, and bam, you have changed self, and then the 3D has to follow. And then you will start attracting relationships that reflect your new assumptions about yourself. That you are loved, wanted, chosen, worthy, deserving. And you will start having these amazing, healthy, committed, desirable relationships that you want. But it all starts with my thoughts. I only focus on my thoughts. I don't care how I feel. I don't care how I feel. If I want to cry, I'm going to cry. If I want to get mad, I'm going to get mad. I'm going to punch a pillow. I'm going to scream into a pillow. I'm going to write a FU letter if I want to write a FU letter. I'm going to crash out if I want to crash out. Because I literally crashed out an hour before my SP contacted me and I got my manifestation. So I'm a firm believer in crashing out helps you get all this old beliefs out. All the old energy that you have been withholding. Something happened because I got my shit an hour later after my crash out. It got, like, I was expelling all the negative from my body. Like, you know, a word vomit of sorts. I was cussing the air. I was literally so mad. I was like, it's been almost 2 weeks. Why ain't it here yet? Why ain't it working? This bitch said it was not going to take long. Blah, blah, blah. Like, I was mad. I was like, I haven't seen nothing. He's not, you know, blah, blah, blah. He's not conformed yet. He's not here yet. We're not together yet. Yeah, I got it all out. But then I got back into the state. When I got it all out and felt better, I did the whisper method again and returned to the state. And an hour later, I got my shit. So, if you crash out, cool. Return to the state, though. Get back on the horse after. Okay? Don't dwell in that shit. Don't dwell in it. Get back on that horse. What,
I love you.
So whenever your mind tries to figure out how you can get something, you should just...
I love you.
I love you too, baby. Sorry. So whenever your mind tries to figure out how you can get something, you should... Yes. Yeah, because, look, I drove myself nuts trying to figure out the how. Because there was, especially with my eviction, it felt so impossible. I was like, how is this going to happen? How is this going to work out for me? I don't, like, I was driving myself nuts trying to figure out the how. The how is not our job. The how and the when, universe. Let the universe do its fucking job, guys. The how and the when, universe's job. Our only job is to stay true to our decision, stay true to our assumption that it's ours. That it, you know, it's done. It's ours. Or if you like future tense, that it's coming. But, you know, what? Yeah, like, your only job is to just keep telling yourself you already have it. Like, seriously. Don't worry about the how and the when. No, I heard you say location. I accidentally opened the location app. Y'all three. I heard you say location and I accidentally opened the location app. Y'all 3D people. Oh, shit.
I'm ready.
I put self-concept in manifesting. I put self-concept in manifesting SB, for example. He loves me because I'm... Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You can absolutely merge the two. Make it one affirmation. Hell yeah. Make it easy for everybody. How to manifest if you're not used to good things happening without doing anything. I only expect good things to happen to me. I only experience the best things life has to offer. It's normal for me. It's normal for only good things to happen. Like, when you say you're normal, like, it's normal, it's easy. It's kind of easier for your subconscious to be like, it's kind of like revision in a way. Like, I've always experienced good things. I have always only experienced good things. It's normal for me to only experience good things. Start getting your mind familiar with it. Even if you're not right now, that's okay. Start getting your subconscious familiar with it. I am loved, chosen, and prioritized. Thank you, Beth. I could cry. It's okay. Cry, girl, cry. It's okay to cry.
Cry, girl, cry.
Athena said, cry, girl, cry. It doesn't feel possible. It's okay. Athena's cried a few times today.
Like 100.
Like 100 times, she said. It doesn't feel possible for SP to want me no matter what I affirm. I'm stressing myself out so much. Sorry. It didn't feel possible for me to not get evicted or for me to heal my broken neck. I mean, if the eviction is what felt most impossible for me with the circumstances that were going on. It felt so fucking impossible. I kept repeating. I kept going. Hey. Cats are fighting. Are you still doing any kind of nervous system regulation at all?
No.
Any grounding techniques? Any nervous system regulation techniques? I didn't. I was kind of just able to persist through it. But like I said, I didn't have another option. Like, I was not about to fucking get evicted with a kid. Like, I had no other, like, I didn't give a fuck how I felt. I didn't care if it felt impossible. Because it doesn't have to feel possible. You don't have to believe right away. But the more you do the repetition, eventually you're going to believe. You are going to eventually believe it. Even if you don't feel like you believe it until you see it. Because I didn't believe it. It didn't feel like I believed it until it materialized. Until I saw the email that said you can stay. Then I believed it. Then all the doubt and the worries fucking melted. But it felt impossible for 2 fucking months. It felt... Hey, yo!
Okay.
I gotta stop cussing. Oh, gosh. But, y'all didn't hear that. I didn't hear that. I'm gonna revise that. That's one thing I am gonna revise. But yeah, like, if it feels impossible, that's okay. That's okay. It doesn't have to feel possible. You don't have to feel okay. And I'm not saying that you also have to deal with I'm not saying you also have to deal with not feeling okay. You can do whatever you need to do to try to feel better. Okay, whatever you need to do, you could do. But the repetition is going to dissolve those doubts. It's going to dissolve. It's going to decrease it. I mean, mine did decrease. My doubts decreased. My wavering decreased. It never fully went away, but it did help a lot. Like, it did decrease significantly. Where I was, wavering daily, doubting almost all day to, like, a few times a day. I was still doing it daily, but significantly less. I have a cat on my chest. I'll post and tag you on Discord. I saw it. It was so cute. Yeah, I can't wait to look at it when I get off here. SP, so forgive me first. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. Oh, the I can't say that. The Hawaiian prayer. Ho'oponopono. I just can't pronounce it very well. Yeah. I actually made a YouTube video on that, like, a while back. I just can't fucking pronounce it. Ho'oponopono. I think I did. Ho'oponopono. Oh, I think I got it. Yeah, that's a good one.
Are you done?
No, not yet. I'm about to be. I'm about to get off because we need to go to bed. You got school in the morning. Tomorrow's Friday. Self-concept is not required, but it makes everything so much easier. Abso-fucking-lutely it does. They said, hey, Athena. Hey. I'm tempted to do tarot readings to see the progress. Should I not? I'm not going to tell you what to do, but me personally, I didn't, because there was, like, are you going to get triggered? Are you going to get triggered? Are you going to be able to, you know, it's never a good idea, but, like, you could do whatever you want, but, like, if there's a chance you'll get triggered and then react to it, how long are you going to stay in that reaction? Are you going to be able to flip it and be like, no, it's fine, circumstances don't matter? Are you going to be able to do that? I almost feel like I have the opposite problem. Like, I feel like I'm too clingy with SP. Okay, so you think you're too clingy with SP? Why? Why do you think you're too clingy? Like, I felt that way too, because whenever I did have somebody, I would kind of cling on to them, but then eventually I would push them away, because it was like, this seems too good to be true. So, like, I would cling on to them because it's like love was my drug. Not... I love Kesha. But no, I'm serious. Like, I was addicted to the feel. Like, when somebody would say, I love you, I would get addicted to that shit. And I would be like, oh my God, somebody actually fucking loves me. And I would get so attached, so clingy. And then they, you know, after that, if they started even, like, texting me weird, like, short text messages, I would be like, they're being weird. And that's where that fear of abandonment would come in. And that's when I would start pushing them away. Yeah. Because it's like, once I was like, I could actually see myself happy with this person, it's like, but what if they end up hurting me? And then I would start to push away. So, like, yeah. But, yeah. Like, in my experience, that clinginess, I'm not saying that that's how it is with everybody. I'm not. In my experience, okay, my own personal experience, I would get clingy because, you know, I was like, somebody loves me. How amazing. And I literally would get addicted to it. Like, what is it? A dopamine? Is it dopamine rush? Whatever.
Well, I don't like...
I think I'm starting to feel exhausted manifesting him while I feel like I haven't seen anything. I promise you, I didn't see movement with any of mine. I did not see any movement. None. I didn't even find out about movement until after I received it. It's okay. Try not to... Seriously, don't focus on movement. Don't focus on movement. But are you working on self-concept by chance? But then other times I worry I'm not being vulnerable enough with her IDK. So you just feel like you just don't know what the hell to do. You feel like you're not vulnerable enough, but then you feel like you're too clingy. What if you just say, I'm perfect. I'm amazing. No matter what I do, like, how do I word this? There's nothing I could do that could ever push this person away. Something like that. Like, it doesn't fucking matter what you do. They're going to stay by your side. What can I affirm if I feel I will be discarded or replaced? I am irreplaceable. I'm one of a kind. I'm limited edition. Like, I know when you see something bad from SP, you affirm otherwise, but how to get the image out of your head? Turn it into something funny. Turn it into something funny. I'm serious. That image in your head, make it funny. Make it humorous. Do something that makes you laugh. You can literally, you're the fucking source, guys. Your awareness, your source. You're in control. You can erase that shit out of your mind if you want to. Like, you can draw something else in. Do whatever you want to do. find something that works for you. But whether it's like making it funny, adding in something that's funny, like, I don't know, what, depending on the scene, whatever would make it funny. Like, especially with intrusive thoughts and shit like that, make that shit funny. So my SP is supposed to come to, I'm guessing, Atlanta with me. And there's a lot of people going, and I want him to share a bed with me. Okay. Is that the only comment? Sorry. I'm guessing so. Okay.
Hey, let me go.
So he's coming. They're coming to Atlanta with you. A lot of people going. And so you want to be able to share the bed with him. We're sharing a bed. We're going to share a bed. SP wants to share the bed with me. I love this community. It's pretty chill. It's pretty chill. Do you guys know if I should be rereading what I script or like what I do with it after? I feel like if you need a reminder, you can reread it whenever you feel like a pick-me-up. You don't have to like constantly be reading it though. It's just like you would just be affirming whenever you read it. This is my first conscious manifestation. Obviously, it's my ex. Any good advice? Change how you view SP, yourself, and the relationship. That's exactly what I did. I changed self, so I stopped seeing myself as somebody who wasn't lovable, worthy, or chosen. And I started, I am worthy and deserving and loving and chosen. Like, and I stopped seeing SP as the shitty-ass version of him that he was at one point. And I let go of that version of him, and I chose a version that I desired. And, like, when I first met this person, they were perfect. He was Prince Charming. I self-sabotaged it. Thoughts and beliefs and such. We won't get into that. But, like, yeah. Like, the version I met the very first time for the first little bit was the version I wanted back. So I had a pretty clear picture on what I wanted because I had experienced him before. And usually most people with an ex, like, they know the version they want because they've experienced it before. So I just chose that version again. I was like, he's coming back better than ever. He's going to be that version, but better.
But better?
And then you just start seeing the relationship as healthy, loving, not toxic, not unhealthy. A loving, healthy, committed relationship. I have 2 SPs that show up correctly, but the one I truly want doesn't show up. Okay. Are you thinking this SP is harder to manifest? Are you thinking that, because I'm not saying that's your case, but there are cases where people will be like, everybody and everything is so easy to manifest, but this one person. Everything else and everybody else is so easy, though. Could that be what you're doing? I would start saying, no. I manifested my SP so easily. It's so easy for me to manifest this SP. Hey, Queen, I started my own LOA account thanks to everyone like you. Oh, that's amazing. I love that. Yay, congratulations. Yay.
Look at me climbing up a mountain.
I see that, baby.
How am I climbing up one?
You need to get ready for bed.
That's so
Oh, no, there's 61 more comments. I'm not going to finish all these comments tonight, y'all. I'm definitely not.
This is so high.
My kids are going to be lucky to have a manifestation, Mama. I'll pass it down. I will break the chain. Absolutely. Like, it's definitely something. It's a good thing to pass on. Like, yeah. I definitely will. I'm sorry, Beth. We are the same. I see you, and I'm happy. You deserve better. Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. Thanks for staying on so long today, Beth, listening to while I feed and medicate the cats. And you're awesome. It's so easy to manifest with you on my team. Oh, y'all are so sweet. Stop it. You're giving me a cavity. Will negative thoughts fully go away? I still get them, but affirm through it. Yeah. I mean, it's not like we're not gonna ever, like, we're human. We're not gonna never not have negative thoughts. I think I said that right. It's like doubt. Like, we're gonna have doubts. We're human. But they decrease. And eventually, like, when it comes to relationships, once you create this new assumption, this new belief, you will start believing that. And yeah, you will stop doubting it once you change the belief. Okay? But even then, I'm pretty sure, like, even I'm sometimes like, but then I'm like, wait, that's not who I am anymore, you know? You can easily switch back to it, and it's not a problem. Like, you could just flip that shit and be like, wait, hold up. That's not who I am anymore. I decided long time ago that, you know, I'm this new version of myself. Like, you know, you'll be able to do shit like that. I mean, that's speaking from my experience. Other people might be different. I don't know. But that's just coming from me. I also feel like sometimes I don't know the difference between letting her chase me and accidentally being cold. Like, it takes two to make any relationship, and not okay if I understand that balance. Okay, so you don't know the difference between her chasing you and then you accidentally being cold. Well, that's an assumption, you saying being cold. Everything's an assumption, okay? And the way I take that is you're thinking that if you do or say something, she's going to take it as you being cold. That's an assumption. Be like, no, it's just who I am. I'm not, she could perceive that as, I know she's not cold, that's just her personality. But I know she's not being cold. She doesn't have to automatically assume or go to thinking of you as being cold. It could just be your personality, and that's okay. That's fine. But it sounds like you're just assuming that she's going to take it as you being cold. Does that make sense? I don't chase, I attract. What I seek is also seeking me. What I desire. Yeah, that's what it is. What I seek is also seeking me. You went to my notes, didn't you? You went to the Discord and found it. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right. Oh my God. There's so many comments, guys.
Hey, everybody, it's killing me.
Baby, are you ready for bed? Tips on letting go of the old story for good. Repetition. Practice. Practice makes perfect. And I do that with repetition. And it's always progress over perfection. So if you don't let go of the old story in a day, it's fine. Progress over perfection. You keep going with it until you do let go of it. And you'll know when you let go of it. You'll know. But I just affirmed. I affirmed. That's how I've pretty much done everything, is affirming. But like, whatever the old story is, that's not who I am anymore. I don't live there anymore. I am the new version of myself. I am the desired version of myself now. You are such a great coach. So relatable. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. How did you pick what scene to picture for the Whisper Method? So for the Whisper Method, the way I learned it from Hot High Priestess. And if you're in the Discord, I put the exact video in the Discord that I watched 4 years ago. But the way she taught it was, she was like, you want to visualize a scene of where your SP would naturally normally be. I hadn't been to SP's new house at that time. I didn't know what the inside of his house looked like. So I didn't do it at his house. He'd never been to my new place, so I didn't do it there. We had a mutual friend, and I did it on her front porch in a rocking chair, because I've seen him there plenty of times, and he also worked there. So, it was his workplace and his friend's place. It was a company. So, like, I saw him there, and it was easy for me to visualize, too. But I saw him there on the front porch in a rocking chair. And that was the easiest thing for me to do, because it was easy. It was the easiest for me to visualize, the easiest scenario. So that's why I picked that one. It was a place, Athena. It was a normal place he would be at work. And it was just the easiest scenario for me to visualize. By the way, I've been affirming for this guy, but like, I'm back to school and I want to affirm other guys too. Absolutely, you can do it. You can do that. Shit, I didn't hear the answer. So when you're affirming, that's it. If your mind tries to hustle and find a way, just stop and affirm only. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, you don't worry about the how. I think it was about the how, right? Yeah, the how and the when is the universe's job. Your only job is to think thoughts in your favor. Think thoughts that align with the desired outcome. So if you want to be wealthy, I'm going to stop thinking thoughts, I'm so broke, I never have enough money. I don't have enough money for these bills. And I'm going to start thinking I'm wealthy. I always have more than enough money. My wealth increases daily. For my physical appearance changes, there's no befores, only after. Wait, was there another one? Was there another one? For my physical appearance changes, there's no befores, only after. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Do it, potatoes. You got this. Like, oh, maybe I can make money like this or this. Is this wrong? Just keep affirming instead of... Yes, just keep affirming. Yeah. Can you manifest on a time crunch? I've heard a lot of success stories on it, so yes. Yes, it's possible. I haven't. I don't have experience with it because I tried. I failed. But I keep persisting. Like, even though my debt, it was when I was getting evicted. I wanted to manifest getting to stay before the eviction date. That day came and gone. 2 weeks later, I kept persisting though. And then 2 weeks later, I got told I could stay. So even if you are manifesting on a time crunch, you absolutely can. But if you do not get it by that date, keep fucking going. I kept going and I got my shit. I might not have got it by the date I wanted, but the time doesn't fucking matter. So it doesn't matter if you don't get it by the desired date. You keep going and you will get it. It's inevitable. If you persist, you'll get it. Oh, thank you everybody for the follows. I want my hourglass figure even though I'm nowhere near it. That's okay. I have the perfect hourglass figure. I have the perfect body. I am so in love with my hourglass figure body. You know, however you want to word it. Hey, Beth, I've had amazing things happen this week. Ooh, let's hear it. I'm just worried because I've heard people say you'll feel at peace or detached when you've done it right. Girl, no, I literally taught my eviction. I was stressing up until I opened that email. I was stressed out. I had a pit in my stomach. I was anxious, depressed, crying, bed rotting. There had been days I went without brushing my teeth, brushing my hair, taking a shower because I was so fucking depressed. So depressed because I thought I was getting evicted, getting kicked out, and going to be homeless with a child. No, I did not feel peace. I did not feel detached. I felt like a hot ass mess. But I decided to persist through it and affirm through it no matter what. No, and, I told you guys, it was an ugly process. It was not pretty. It was not pretty. I was a hot ass mess dealing with the worst mental health that I had experienced in a long ass time. Like, my mental health was low. It was bad. It was not good. Like, if it wasn't for my child, like, I probably would have gave up in more ways than one at that point. But I had a child to take care of and worry about. So, like, I had to keep going. That's what kept me going, was my child. Like, truly. My mental health was seriously so bad. So bad. I was not at peace. I was not detached. I probably should have been in a mental hospital at that point, but I kept going. I kept fucking going. I promise you. I kept going. So no, I promise you. You ain't got to be at peace. You ain't got to be high vibe. You don't got to feel okay. You could be a hot ass mess fighting for your life and still get your shit. And I'm not saying you have to feel that way. You don't. You could do whatever you need to do to feel better. Me personally, I didn't give a fuck. The only thing I cared about was getting this manifestation. I didn't care how I felt. I didn't give a fuck how I felt. I still regulate. Okay, good. Keep doing it. Do I have to affirm every single day? I mean, we kind of are already affirming every single day. I want you to think of it like brushing your teeth. Even if you affirm while you brush your teeth. Perfect, amazing. 5-10 minutes a day. Perfect, amazing. But, if it's not going to fuck anything up if you don't. You know, you're fine if you don't. You can take a conscious break. That's okay. But, like, for the most part, you're going to try to brush your teeth every day, you know? Even if it's for a few minutes. While you're driving, while you're cooking. Because affirmations are just thoughts. And you're thinking over 70,000 thoughts a day. It's a lot of thoughts. So, like, any idle time that you can find, even, like, right when you wake up, right before bed, in the shower, brushing your teeth, you know, doing dishes, doing laundry, whatever. Find a few minutes a day to just think thoughts in your head quietly. Tomorrow's my B-Day. Oh, happy birthday! I would sing to you, but nobody wants to hear that, okay? Athena, do you want to sing happy birthday?
Happy birthday.
Do you know the birthday song?
Yeah.
Sing it.
Happy birthday.
No, come here. I can't hear you.
Happy birthday.
She'll sing to you. Sing it.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Can you hear?
To you. Happy birthday to you.
Yay! I don't know if you heard it, but she sung you happy birthday, so happy birthday. Does this mean longer lives this weekend? Maybe on Saturday. I'm actually about to get off. I need to get off. I'm trying to go through these comments right quick. OMG, I forgot to tell you I rejected SP's friend request, so I don't see it anymore. Crash out a bit, but I know it was the best decision for me. Absolutely. If you crash out, it's fine. It's okay. Valid. Your feelings are valid. It's valid. It's okay. But I do think that's also probably what's best for you. That way you're not constantly reminded of it. I've been working on self-concept and grown and healed so much since we broke up. I've been visualizing every night while I'm falling asleep and driving to work. That's amazing. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing it. And it's inevitable. I promise. I'm falling asleep. Oh, wait, what do you do? And driving to work. I need to go to bed. Is it okay if I can barely hear my subliminal? Yeah. Yeah, I would think so. I mean, you don't have to have it super loud. So all I have to do is know which version of SP I want and robotic affirm for it. Yes, you can literally say SP is the perfect version of himself. SP shows up exactly how I desire him to be. And you know what you mean by that. You know what your desired version is. The loving, caring, committed version that you desire. SP shows up exactly how I desire him to be. Making toast in my air fryer and thinking of you, Beth, the air fryer lover. Look, my outlet stopped working like last month where my air fryer plugs in. I had a fit. I was like, y'all need to fix my outlet right now. I can't make chicken nuggets and french fries in my freaking air fryer, man. Y'all gonna have to deal with a 5-year-old if y'all don't fix this. Like, it takes so long in the oven. Like, 5 to 10 minutes in the air fryer and that shit's done. Like, y'all gonna have to fit. They fixed it. She understood. She was like, I get it. I was like, yeah. Oh my gosh, I've been affirming SP's obsessed with me and he is in contact with me. But it isn't my full manifestation yet, so I just need to keep affirming it, right? Yeah, you keep doing it until you get the whole cake, not just a slice. Oh, thank you, Millie. Yeah, but you keep going until you get the whole freaking cake. Okay? You want the whole cake, not just crumbs. What do I say to my SP when doing the whisper method? Whatever you want. So, what I wanted was, I did want a relationship, but, okay, this is how I did it. I said, you can't stop thinking about me, you will contact me. And when I said contact, I didn't know how that contact was going to be. It could have been a phone call, a text message. It could have been in person because we have a child together. And we did do meetups for the child, drop off, pickup. That's why I didn't say text or call. I said contact because there could have been many different forms of contact and I didn't want to limit myself in that way. So, I said, you will contact me. You can't stop thinking about me, you will contact me. And my intention with that is, if he can't stop thinking about me and he's contacting me, we're going to get back together. But you can absolutely affirm that, we're back together. We are going to get back together. SP is going to say he misses me. Whatever you want, affirm for. Am I manifesting on a time crunch if I have a job interview next week and I'm affirming now for it? Am I manifesting on a time? So you have a job interview next week and you're affirming now for it? I mean, if you're affirming that you get the job, even if you don't get the position you want, you keep going, okay? So, kinda. But, the thing is, even if they say, sorry, we're hiring somebody else, revise that shit. They said I was perfect for the job. I was the perfect candidate. They hired me on the spot. But yeah, because that's what I was doing. I was manifesting on a time crunch because my eviction date was May 30th, I think. So it was by a certain date I was trying to get it. So yeah, it is on a time crunch. But it's fine. You could do it. But the important thing I want people to know, yes, it's possible. Yes. But I've seen so many people say it's not possible for them. Because you don't get it. For one, they probably say, I know in my experience, I didn't expect it to work. I was affirming it not to work. That was my bad. My bad. I know better now. So, you could say, it's so easy for me to manifest on a time crunch. I always get everything I want when I want it. Just don't start telling yourself, I can't manifest on a time crunch. Don't do that. But, at the end of the day, if you don't get it, you just keep fucking going. Okay, you keep going until you get it. Showering is a good time to affirm. It is. The water, I guess this is an assumption in itself, but I believe in the energy of water. I believe water is powerful. I do. So, if you speak your affirmations into water every time before you drink it, amazing. Affirm in the shower, amazing. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm weird. I don't know. Athena, they said thank you for singing. Okay. She said, okay. She's shy. She's not shy. Would you do Whisper Method for job promotion just for hire? Yeah. You can do the Whisper Method for a boss, for a job promotion. It's not just for a partner. You could do it for friends, family members, bosses. You could do it on any human being. You could probably do it on yourself, frankly. Be like, bitch, you are loved. You are worthy. You are perfect. Whisper that in your own ear. Hell yeah. I just had interaction with my SP yesterday after affirming it the same day. Yay. Amazing. Congratulations. It's literally that instant. Absolutely. I be talking to it every time. Okay, so it's not just me. Okay, cool. I have a weird assumption that even if I check the 3D or waiver, I still get my desire. Absolutely. Yeah, no, that's how I was. You can waver and still get your shit. You can. Okay? But it's when you make the wavering your main story. When you are repeating the wavering more than the new story. So when you're affirming the old story more than the new story, that's when it's a problem. Okay? You can waver and still get your shit. For sure. Just don't waver more than you're persisting. Okay? That's what I'm saying. You can doubt, have negative thoughts. You can waver. You can do all that shit. But at least 51% of the time, more than half the time, you want your dominant thoughts to be about your desired experience. Okay? That's it. You want to most dominantly be in the new story. Can I ask a question? What's up? All right, this is my last one and I'm getting off. So, you're trying to manifest an ex. Can you give me tips? You could say, me and my ex are already together. my ex, you know, you can say S, whatever the ex's name is. I'll say Mark. Mark can't stop thinking about me. Mark is constantly blowing up my phone. Mark wants to get back together with me. Me and Mark got back together. Our relationship is perfect. We are in an amazing, loving, committed, dedicated relationship. However you want to word it. Okay? And instead of trying to stay in the state, what I do is affirming sessions, then going on about my day. Absolutely. It's not realistic to be in the state 24/7. It's not. I never worried about how I felt. But, like, if you're affirming for it, obviously you're in the state if you're affirming for it. But, like, yeah. So, yeah. Neville Goddard always said it's not about how long you stay in the state, but how often you return to the state. So, that's how I like to go by it. Not by being in it all the time, but just returning to it. So, anytime you have doubts, you return to it. You redirect and reaffirm. That's pretty much what that means. Is anytime you do contradict it, you catch it. No, I have it, you know. Okay, guys. I'm sorry. It's 10 o'clock. We got to be up at 6:30 in the morning. I've been on for 2 hours. It's bedtime. Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody, see, even Athena's excited for bedtime. Shit.
Are you ready?
She's so ready. All right, everybody have a great night.
Are you ready?